if you are watching the replay, I want you to tell me your favorite SeneGence skincare product. My favorite is the facial resurfacer. I am obsessed with it. I can go on a whole soapbox about exfoliation and how I don't even think your skincare is going to work as well as you want it to work without exfoliating. So facial resurfacer is my favorite, but I want to know your favorite product. If you would have told me like 6 months ago that I would be training in 12 Days of Kissmas on skincare, I would have told you that you were absolutely insane, y'all. Like, for one, I have fangirled over this group for 2 years. Like, I could tell you almost every single video that's in this group. I could tell you guys every trainer that has trained in this group. I have watched every video in this group. I am obsessed. I'm sorry my phone won't adjust to my lighting for some reason. But I'm like completely obsessed with this group and I've stalked everybody that's in this group. So it's crazy to me, one, that I'm training. And then two, 6 months ago, I didn't sell skincare, like at all. Even like 3 months ago, I didn't really sell skincare. So the fact that I'm training in this group on skincare is all super, super crazy. I feel like we all go kind of through the same phase of, you know, we start with lip sense. It's the wow product. We do our wow videos. We're so excited to tell our friends that we have lipstick that doesn't come off. And then, you know, once everyone has lipstick, we move to shadow sense or mascara or eyeliner or tinted moisturizer. Any tinted moisturizer fans, you guys? But it takes a long time for us to get up the nerve to talk about skincare. And so, like, for me, it took 2 years. It took a really long time. So, I mean, wouldn't you love a way to just skip to doing skincare now, to where you could get your customers hooked on skincare now and just go through all of, like, you can just skip all of those phases and we're going to get them hooked on skincare today. Well, not today, but like 3 weeks from now. And I'll explain how in just a second. Okay, so hi, Kristen. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Morgan Zambrano. I've been with SeneGence for a little over 2 years now, going on about 2.5 years. And I recently hit Crown Princess about 3 months ago, also super crazy. I am very pregnant. I am 35 weeks pregnant. So we're going to blame the fact that I can't breathe on the fact that I am pregnant and not the fact that I am super nervous. So if I take a lot of deep breaths, it's actually nerves, but we're going to blame it on the baby. Okay. So I always like to tell like this little tidbit because I think it's important. I am an SC personality. So if you've ever watched any of my trainings, I almost always tell you guys this, and that's because it's just important, and it's going to make a lot more sense once you start seeing how I dive into things. So my S means that I'm supportive. I love to help people. You guys, like, if I could just train my team and I could just educate my customers, I'd be totally fine with that. I did this because I love it and I love educating people. And then my C means that I love like research and knowledge. And so SC coming together is like, I just really like to support people with facts. I really like to help people through gaining knowledge myself and then being able to transfer it to those people. But I like to stay behind the scenes. I have no dominant personality whatsoever. And ironically, because this is the Summer of Sales event, my sales are super average. I'm a really average seller. So if you're looking for a girl in this group to be like, you know, if you're looking at these girls that have like $40,000 in sales or $100,000 in sales, that's not me. I just became a significant Sena seller last month. Y'all, let's be real. I'm a super average seller. But I have this idea that I think can change your business, can change every single one of our businesses, could potentially change the future of the company. And I know that sounds really crazy, but just go with me on this, okay? So I'm gonna look at my notes really quick. Oh, okay, so this is how it happened. I gotta tell you a little backstory. Who here, be totally honest with me, who here like sucks at being consistent with your skincare? Because I do. I suck at it, you guys. Like, I'm lucky if I wash my face like twice a week. And I am really good at exfoliating because I love exfoliating. So I do that like once a week or twice a week, but it's usually when I wash my face because I only wash my face like twice a week. I sleep in my makeup. I'm terrible at being consistent with my skincare. And so 3 months ago, I was washing my face in the shower. This was literally a shower thought, you guys. I was washing my face and I thought to myself, man, I really wish that there were skincare accountability groups like there are for fitness. That thought was like a light bulb went off in my brain. And I was like, I can do that. I can make that happen. Like, I sell skincare. This is my business. I can create that. And so this whole brain baby that I'm about to like spew out to you, I thought of in the shower while I was washing my face. So I'm going to tell you, I have a lot of notes. So I'm going to be looking at my notes quite a bit. But I'm going to tell you exactly what I came up with in as much detail as I possibly can fathom. But I want you to promise me something. Okay? So I want you to promise me that if you love this idea and if you use this idea, that in the future, when you have a shower thought or what I call a brain baby, that you share it. If you have an idea that you think can change thousands of people's lives, share it. The only reason that I even have the base knowledge to come up with what I've come up with is because Stephanie Bullerjack and Melissa Buckingham did mega parties in this group last year. And because Molly Corder shared her sample packs at seminar. I wouldn't have been able to create this if they wouldn't have shared. So we are all better when we work together, okay? So you have to promise me that if you have some huge big idea, you go to your crown princess, or you go to Allison Duke, or you come to me and I'll shout it from the rooftops. I don't care, but you need to share, okay? So, promise. Here we go. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I did, okay? I think this is so awesome. I'm so excited about this. I've been pumped about it for months now. My team is probably already over it because I haven't stopped talking about it for like 3 months. So some of you are gonna use this exactly as I'm telling you because you just need to be able to plug things in. Some of you are a lot smarter than me. Some of you are a lot more business savvy than me. And I want you to take this and run with it and make it great. And then again, share it with everybody, please, because this is just a basic skeleton of what I've come up with in the past 3 months. So take notes. This is the big idea. It's a 5-day skincare challenge. Okay, so in a nutshell, you're gonna send 5 days worth of skincare samples to your customers, and they're gonna use it for 5 days straight. Have you ever sent samples to your customers and not checked in? Have you ever sent samples and wondered if they even used it? Like, that is all gonna be eliminated because you're gonna create an accountability group where they're gonna check in every single day because you're gonna incentivize them with prizes, you guys. So in 5 days, and I've tested this, they're gonna fall in love with the skincare because they used it for 5 straight days, okay? So that's the nutshell. So those of you that are already like you could run with this. You don't even need to know the rest of it. Some of you could just be done now. But I'm going to tell you exactly what I did and how this worked for me. In 24 hours, I made like $1,100 and got 3 downlines. And it was just crazy. So I was like, this is amazing. But so it takes time to gather all of the samples together and to get them shipped out to your customers. So I would plan this about 3 weeks in advance. I would pick a date about 3 weeks out. I like Monday through Friday because that's 5 days. So pick a date about 3 weeks out whenever you want to do this, Monday through Friday. And then you'll want to like think back of, okay, so if I'm doing it on Monday, I need to ship out the samples by Wednesday, which means I need to order them, 9 days before that. Depends on your shipping time, depends on if you're doing this with your team or with your customers, which we'll get into. But you do want to make sure you're really planning this out. This can't be done like in a week. It has to be planned out. So I started with a simple curiosity post in my group. All I said, there wasn't even a graphic. I literally just threw up a text because I was so excited. I was really excited when I came up with this, and I'm still really excited. And I said, who's been wanting to try the skincare and would be up for a 5-day skincare challenge with me? That's all I said. And I got a bunch of comments because, of course, they're thinking free samples, right? You're probably thinking free samples. No. So people love to try things. I had a bunch of comments on that post. Ah, crap. I forgot my props. I had props for you guys. It's fine. You guys will understand. Every person who commented on that post, I sent them a video message of me showing them the sample pack, okay? So a video message. This is a little extra, but again, I learned this from watching Molly Quarter. Work smarter, not harder. So I made one video, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what I said, but I made one video, and every single person who commented on that post, I just shot them the video. I just sent it to them. And so the video, I had the sample pack, and it was all cute. It's in my branding. All of my stuff is Life Itself with Morgan with unicorns. And so it was this cute sample pack. It was a video, and I said, hey lady, hey lady, so that you can send it to every single person, or hey girl, or hey, or whatever. I always say hey lady. So I was like, hey lady, so I really need skincare accountability, and I thought it would be so much fun for all of us to do this together. You will get 2 skincare sample strips. I'm holding the pack and I'm opening. Side note, really quick. You want to keep it less than 3 minutes, preferably less than 2. Facebook Messenger, you can't send big videos. So it was like 1.5 minutes. I'm going to drop it in the comments when I'm done. Hey ladies, so I really need skincare accountability, and I thought it would be so much fun for all of us to do this together. You'll get 2 skincare sample strips with cleanser, daytime moisturizer, and evening moisturizer, a sample of our anti-aging moisturizer, climate control, a 5-day variety gloss sample strip, my favorite soft cleansing cloth, and a beauty book that I'll mark some extra products that you might be interested in. And I said, we'll check in every day. We'll have prizes. We'll have a grand prize for one person who sticks it out all 5 days. The sample packs, this is key, you guys. The sample packs are $10. That doesn't actually cover all of it, but I didn't want it to be crazy. I just want us to be able to do this together. So if you want to do it, let me know. I'm going to send you a skincare I'm going to send you a skincare quiz so I can get your skin type, and I'll get your samples sent out. Because I did a video, because that was my way of telling them that this is $10. And instead of it coming through text and them being like, ugh, she got me. You don't want it to be a gotcha moment. Instead, she got to see my face and hear my voice, hear my excitement, hear that it truly was because I need accountability because I suck at my skincare. And so I dropped that it was $10. And every single person I sent that video to said, oh my gosh, that sounds like so much fun, I'm in. Every person. So send a video if you can. Push yourself out of your comfort zone, send the video. Another thing is I never said anything about it being a party or promotions or anything with sales. I very specifically said this was a skincare accountability challenge because I need accountability for my skincare. This is something you're gonna see come up a lot as I'm talking about this. So as with any mega party or any sort of event that you do, you can't just throw up one post, right? So I did multiple different posts throughout the next 5 days. I did live videos, but every single person that commented on each post or live video or whatever, I sent them that video. I just sent them that video over and over and over. The script was the same. No matter which post they responded to, the script was the same. I sent them that video. They said, yes, that sounds like so much fun. I sent them the 4-question skincare quiz that SeneGence has, simple 4 questions. I said, okay, I was like, okay, I'm so excited. Can you answer these 4 questions for me? They answered those 4 questions. I said, you sound perfect for normal to dry. I'll get that sent out to you. The challenge starts blah, blah, blah. So they knew that the challenge didn't start for 3 more weeks, but that I had already skin typed them or whatever. So you're already educating them. You're already giving yourself credibility, but in such a simple way. So then you have 2 weeks to prep your ideas for the group, right? So I give you a full 2 weeks to prep your ideas. And then I did this with a very small group from my team. I think there was 14 or 15 of us. So a very small group from my team. The reason I'm so excited about this is because I think anyone could do this. Anyone. I think you could do this in your customer group with just you and your customers. I think you could do this if you have a huge team. And I think you could do this if you just have 2 or 3 Sena sisters. You're not even on the same team. Because, think about it. All you need is a couple of customers, and it's an accountability group. You're not even telling them that you're going to sell anything, that you're going to do, sorry, I have notifications. You're not going to tell them any of that. So you could literally get with a couple of friends and throw together an accountability group, and you could still do this. So that's why I love it. I think anyone on any level could implement this. If you are like a small, like have a small team and you are like mega parties are too much because I only have 4 girls on my team, guess what? You can do this. Okay. So I did this with like 14 or 15 girls from my team because they were like, you want to do what? Like, I didn't really have the concept all together quite yet, but they tested it out with me because they're wonderful. Okay, so regardless of who you do it with or if you do it by yourself, this layout that I'm about to tell you worked really well, and I think this would work for anybody, even if you do it in your own customer group. So I prepped the group on Sunday because we were going to start the challenge on Monday. I did 1 album for each skin type, and then so dry, normal to oily. The big question that I got back from my girls was, what if they're oily to acne? We don't have samples for oily to acne. You either have to tell them to do normal to oily, or like, I mean, they could be in the group and they could learn about their skin, but we don't have samples for oily to acne. So you guys you'll just have to figure that out. But that is one of the big questions that I got. I did have girls that answered, oh my gosh, I can't even talk, whose answers lined up with oily to acne. And my response to them was, oily to acne doesn't have samples, but most of my customers have found success with the normal to oily line without having to bump up to oily to acne. That was my response. And the girls still purchased their normal to oily. They still loved it. So Sunday I prepped the group, 1 album for each skin type. Each album had what came in their sample pack, and then extra products that were common for that skin type, and a few before and after photos. So it would be like, you know, the dry, or like, let's say the normal to oily album would have the cleanser, the daytime moisturizer, evening moisturizer, climate control, but then it would have like spot on, and it would have like facial resurfacer and stuff like that. And then it would have some before and after. So they each had their own individual album. And then I did 1 post so this is before we added anyone to the group. We had those albums, and then we did 1 post that let them know how they got entries for the grand prize. So our grand prize, you can come up with whatever you want, just like with mega parties, you guys know that. We did we did a nail salon gift card. So like whoever had the most entries, I just called their local nail salon and got them a gift card. It was super easy. So anyway, they would automatically get entered with their daily check-ins, and if they decided to make a purchase, book a party, or join our team, then there were bonus points. So this is where like the mega party background comes in as well. So prep the groups, how to get your points, and then I pinned the welcome post. The welcome post told them that they would be immediately entered for a prize if they found their skincare album, tagged their distributor, and told them they were ready. You guys, it's the little things like that, just the little tiny things that can change your parties, that can change your business. It's just those little tweaks, because as soon as they got like added to the party, the first thing that they did was go and find their skincare albums, see the products that are good for their skin type, and see the before and afters. And they got to see the albums that were in the party. That's the very first thing that we told them to do. So it's those little like strategies that will really help amp up your parties. So Sunday evening, I also went live and I showed them exactly how to use their samples. So I went live with the sample pack and I showed them what a pea size amount is, how to use the climate control, the order to use everything in. I showed them the variety gloss sample. I still didn't go into the details about the products. I was just showing them how to get their best 5 days out of their sample pack. There was like no pushiness, no, like they're not gonna be, you know how like if you feel like you're being sold, like you just kind of don't even listen, like don't even, like you just kind of check out. There was none of that. So we were just giving them information. Okay, so Monday, I created, this is where I love this, okay? So I created the check-in post to post around 2 a.m. with the live video schedule. And by the time I woke up at 7 a.m, so this post had been up for 5 hours, we had 40 selfies. 40. Can you imagine waking up and seeing 40 people trying the SeneGence skincare? That's when I was like, holy crap, this actually is gonna work. Like, I realized instantly once I woke up and saw that there were 40 selfies already posted and these girls talking about the SeneGence skincare line. When have you ever seen 40 people use the SeneGence skincare line? It was crazy. By the end of that day, we had 200 comments on that post. And I was like, what? Like 200 people trying the SeneGence skincare line for 5 days is insane, you guys. Like, that's crazy. So anyway, the schedule for the next 5 days is really up to you and up to your personality, up to the personality of your customers, how you want to run the party. I pinned the check-in post every single morning, and then we educated the customers on their skin. So I personally don't like a ton of posts. So in my party, we only did like maybe 5 posts a day, including the live videos. Literally, we didn't do like a post every hour or anything like that. We literally did like maybe 5. So we would do a couple of live videos and a couple of education posts. And that was really it. So we did things like moisture versus hydration, why you need to exfoliate, why you have to remove your makeup before cleansing. We focused on education and accountability versus the products. So we truly, like, you guys know, like, that's why I told you my personality, because we did like 12 live videos and we barely talked about the products. We did posts. We didn't talk about the products. We were educating people on why they need skincare, why they need to be accountable to their skin, and why it matters. Okay. And so then by day 3, the comments, like, I am super emotional anyway. But the comments were literally like making me cry because I should have pulled up some actual examples. But these girls were posting before and afters of how much better they felt just on day 3. There was one woman who said she'd been dating her boyfriend forever and he'd never seen her without makeup. And on day 3, she was already, like, she went out with him with no makeup on for the first time ever. So it's just like, our products can really, truly change your skin. We just have to get people to try them. So by not being pushy, by not being salesy, and just having an accountability group where we throw prizes at people for trying our skincare, they truly got to see the difference that our skincare can make, because it does work. You just have to get people to try it. So there were so many comments. There were literally hundreds of comments of women posting their own before and afters. We never asked them to. Like, their own before and afters. And of course, in a mega party, you guys, like, people hype up with each other, like, people do what other people do. So the more before and afters, the more came. So there were a ton. And one girl, she was actually one of mine, and she'd never bought anything from me. She'd been in my group for 2 years and she'd never bought a thing, you guys. But she bought this $10 sample pack because it was only $10. And by day 3, again, day 3 was like key. She posted like this long rant. It was a rant. And she was like, okay, Morgan. She was like, I've been watching you for years, and honestly, I thought you were full of crap. And she was like, what is in this? She was like, is this made of unicorn tears? Like, I don't understand. She was like, my face looks flawless, and I've only been using this for 3 days. It doesn't even make sense. And it's just, I mean, it's crazy what can happen when you bring a bunch of women together. And especially in a group like that, like, I'm sorry, I'm going off on a tangent, but like, think about how vulnerable they feel on day 1 posting a bare-faced selfie. Like, that's hard, you know? And then by day 3, the fact that they're confident in doing it, it means, like, it just means everything. So it's not always about the sales, but if you can change the way that people feel about themselves, like, the sales are gonna come anyway. So anyway, by day 3, it was really fantastic. And then, of course, Thursday, we posted the bundles, because that's what we're gonna do. We hadn't tried to sell them at all up until that point. We literally hadn't talked about anything about prices. We hadn't talked about ordering, other than that one post when they first joined the group that said, if you want to order, you'll get points towards the grand prize. We had not mentioned selling whatsoever. But on day 4, they understood more about their skin. They understood why they needed skincare, and they understood that their skin felt 1,000 times better in 4 days, and they only had 1 day left of their samples. So if they wanted to keep using these products and keep feeling amazing, then hey, now you have a discount to buy them in bundles. And they went crazy, you guys. They were so excited. And we, like I said, I sold like over $1,000 in sales, and we had like 6 girls join our team. We booked like 16 parties, and there were only like 14 distributors in the group. Like it was a like small group. It was crazy, you guys. And so anyway, on Friday we wrapped up with a couple of videos about like, you know, our Sena stories and stuff like that. Just like, again, mega party style. It depends on your style. But I mean, I truly think that it was incredible. I really think that it was all the good feelings. I'm all about good feelings just as much as I am about sales. So all the good feelings that came from it were just, it was so worth it. It was amazing. And I don't have a like closing statement. So let's see, Colby was in it with me, and she said she made $880, and I know she got a downline or two also because she's a rock star. So I do want to keep this short, and yes, I am going to post some sort of outline. I told Allison that I would post either an outline or a PDF or something. I've been working on it, and I'm not great at like completing things because I would rather just tell people. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my notes, but like plug photos in to my notes. So if you see it and you're like, this is the most unprofessional thing that I've ever seen, it's because it's literally going to be my notes with like stuff, with like all the examples that I gave you plugged in. So I'm going to do that. I am going to drop my video that I sent to all of those girls. I'm going to drop that in the comments, but I know it'll end up getting lost. I'm sorry. But if there's a lot of comments, it'll get buried. But Colby, I'm so thankful for you. So I think, I don't want to try to scroll through and answer all the questions because that would take forever. So I'm going to pop off any questions that you guys have. I'm just going to go back and answer them. But I will be posting some sort of outline or something, and I will be posting my video. So I hope you guys love it. I hope you guys run with it, whether it's how I did it or you take it and you spin it however you want. I truly, truly hope this is a way to get us all, like, I'm terrified of sales. People laugh at me, and I'm just like, no, taking people's money is scary. Asking for the sale is scary. But can I educate people to make them want to better themselves? Yes, I can. So I hope you guys run in this. I hope you love it. And I hope I did the 12 Days of Kissmas justice, because this group is everything, basically. So watch all the videos, and I love all of you. Bye, guys.